This is Colton Melhoff from Matrix Robotics with tips and tricks video number 4 about lead screws. This is very exciting because lead screws are a new element to the Matrix Robotics building system, and they'll add a new movement to your robot. Lead screws have two parts. There is the lead screw itself and there is the lead screw nut. As the lead screw turns, the nut will move up and down along the axis of the lead screw. The lead screw nut moves 4 millimeters for every rotation of the motor. This works well for the 8 millimeter grid the Matrix Robotics building system is based on. Lead screws have many applications in industry. One of them is on an XY table. This XY table is a pick-and-place machine. It is picking up microscopic electronic components and placing them in very specific locations. It's doing this with lots of speed and accuracy due to the lead screws it is using. Now let's go into a little bit more detail as to what is involved in the Matrix Robotics lead screw kit. The Matrix Robotics lead screw kit contains two sizes of lead screws. The shorter is 128 millimeters from where the threads start to where the threads end. The longer is 256 millimeters from where the threads start to where the threads end. They also come with two sizes of complementing axles. The longer is 280 millimeters and the shorter is 152 millimeters. The axles and the lead screws are stainless steel and 4 millimeters in diameter. And stainless steel is very strong, although it's important to use the axles alongside the lead screws. We'll go in a minute as to why that is so important. The kit also contains 2 lead screw nuts and 2 axle couplers. The axle couplers can be used to join the lead screw to a motor or the lead screw to another axle. That axle could have a gear and then that gear could go to a motor. Either way. When using lead screws, it's extremely important to make sure that only forces on the lead screw are along the axis of the lead screw. If forces are going normal to the axis, or if there are any torques on the lead screw nut going onto the lead screw, that is going to bend the lead screw. And it could cause a lot of friction, so actually you're going to bog down the motor. It won't go as fast as you want it to. So we're going to fix this by putting axles in alongside the lead screw. There are 4 holes in the lead screw nut, and you can use 2 of them to put axles through to guide that lead screw nut. Make sure it stays straight and will support. So if I'm pushing down on the lead screw nut here, all the force is going just onto the axles instead of onto the lead screw. Very important. And also, I very much recommend that you put a touch sensor on at least one end. 2 would be even better. If you just do one end, you could use an encoder to know where it got to the other end. And program it so that when the lead screw nut or something on the nut hits the touch sensor, the motor stops. Or if it hits the other touch sensor, the motor also stops. Because if you push the lead screw too far in one direction or the other, it could very easily bend the other parts of your system or other parts of your robot. Here's a robot designed to lift something from the ground up 120 centimeters, or about 50 inches. It does this using a double 4-bar system and the new Matrix lead screw in the back. We have some weight up here just to show that I can add an arm, and it still lifts up the arm very well. Works pretty well. Very fast indeed. Now what's very important is that I am using the long axles next to this lead screw. And that is so that this part up here of the arm that pivots is not going to put a ton of torque pushing on that lead screw. If there was that torque on the lead screw, it would bend the lead screw, or it would at least put enough friction on the lead screw that it would bog down the motor. There are 2 pivots on this arm. One is down here and one is up here, and those are directly in line with the lead screw axis. That way all the force is direct with the axis. It's not putting torque on the lead screw again. So there you have it, a robot that can lift up 120 centimeters using the Matrix lead screw. And this robot is all made of Matrix parts. You can find distributors of Matrix Robotics building system at matrixrobotics.com. If you have questions about this video or suggestions for future videos, please send me an email at support@matrixrobotics.com and I'll get right back to you. Now go get your robot on.